Hi everyone and welcome back to the football podcast where the beautiful game never stops. As always, you're listening to your host Rahel. The Premier League season has just started. The first game kicked off, Crystal Palace versus Arsenal. What a game it was, man, honestly. It was worth the wait. And to be honest, watching it, it's exactly what I expected. End-to-end drama. Great atmosphere at Selhurst Park as always on a night and any day of the week. But honestly, Arsenal there to work their socks off to get that 3 points tonight. Let's get straight into it. First half, it was all Arsenal. For me, they were playing great football, good passing, created a lot of chances. For me personally, they could have gone 2 or 3 goals up in the first half. Martinelli had a chance in the 9th minute of the game. Fell to him, but didn't open his body up properly. I think he shot with the wrong foot. It was a great opportunity, great chance. Arsenal were gutted, clearly. Even the fans were gutted because that was a missed opportunity to take the lead against a strong and Palace side, a team that have caused upsets on them before. Then 20 minutes later, a set piece. Saka crosses the ball in at the far post to Zinchenko. Zinchenko heads it back in, only for Martinelli to get another chance and head it bottom left corner of the net. So Arsenal get the lead. From then on, they were just controlling, dominating possession. Toying with Palace. Palace weren't at it in the first half. And then you knew if Arsenal took the 1-0 lead in at half time, going into the half, Palace would come out a different side, different animal. They would come and press more, create more chances, be quicker with their passing, and that's exactly what we saw in the second half. Crystal Palace, they came out and they, chance after chance, shots after shots, but credit to Arsenal, Saliba, Ben White, Zinchenko, that back line, they're absolutely brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Arsenal fans have been hyping up this Saliba from his loan spell, one of the French teams last season, I can't remember who it was, but he had a really good performance now, he really played well. Ben White had to move into right back today because Tomiyasu, who is the number one choice right back, he was injured. So Ben White was moved from his natural position centre back to right back, and that competition between him and Zaha, was it an intense one. In the first half, Ben White, he had Zaha in his back pocket. Just kept shrugging him off, putting his body in front, winning the ball. Ben White winning fouls, referee giving the fouls to Ben White. As the game grew on into the second half, we went Zaha, getting the best of Ben White, I believe, blasting forward, taking it past him. Ben White got a booking because he was pulling his shirt. Ben was getting a bit tired and he couldn't hack it out of there. So honestly, they deserve the 3 points today. Also, they stuck in well. I think Imi's going to kill me after hearing this. I'm sorry, Imi, but I just have to give an honest opinion here. But Arsenal did brilliantly. They defended well. They deserved the clean sheet as well as a bonus, and the 3 points, the first 3 points of the season. I think Saliba got man of the match. I think Sky Sports gave a man of the match to Saliba. But it was hard for me. It was hard to pick a man of the match because everyone just did well. And speaking of someone who did well, Jesus on his debut, along with Zinchenko, both brilliant. I felt Jesus could have got a couple of goals tonight. I really did. The way he was driving in the box with that ball, taking it past defenders, trying to get a shot off. Very unselfish play for him tonight, may I add. Trying to find Saka out wide or Martinelli. Even Odegaard giving it to him. I think Jesus is going to be a real player for Arsenal this season. If they can keep him fit and keep him in the side on a regular basis, I think they've got a player on their hands and he'll just get a lot of assists for Arsenal this season. As for Crystal Palace, I wouldn't panic too much about them. Okay, first game of the season at home, advantage. But they lost a huge player in like Conor Gallagher, who was a big influence to them last season, who's getting them a lot of goals as well, helping them do well in the league. They've been a bit active in the transfer window. But, like I said, you're going to have a team that's not going to perform straight away when the first game kicks off of the season. they said it in commentary, Palace didn't have the best of a pre-season. They didn't have a good plan in pre-season or something like that. I think that's what Patrick Vieira was saying. But going into the season, you lose the first game. Okay, it's not the end of the world. I know after the game, you can look at the league table, you're bottom, but other teams around you are going to take advantage of that, win games. But, there's, 37 games left to go this season. Get the formation right, get your fitness going. I'm sure Crystal Palace will be fine this season. I think they'll do very well, and they've got a good manager. But yeah, I think with Arsenal, with them being in the Europa League this season, that's where my mind's thinking, can they get that fourth spot? Can they clinch it? Last season, I thought they had a brilliant chance because they weren't in Europe at all. And I thought if they just put all their eggs into one basket, focus on the Premier League, then, you've got a chance. You're not playing that extra game in the week. You're not making the trip around Europe for the Europa League. So I thought last season was a great opportunity for Arsenal to get back into the top four. Obviously, this season, it's going to be even harder now because they're back in Europe. They were like this a couple of years ago, playing the extra game in the week. I think they have strengthened their squad. If you look at the squad where it was 2 years ago when they were in Europe, they had the chance of winning the Europa League, but playing the game on a Thursday, Monday, Thursday, Sunday, Thursday, Sunday, Thursday, Monday, the squad that they had at the time, it wasn't capable of dealing with that. Maybe now, I think they have a squad that is capable of dealing with that. But, there are other teams around there like Tottenham who have strengthened. I think I don't know what to think, to be honest. It's just tricky, but it was going to a team tonight that you normally struggle against, and your record isn't the best at that ground. Excuse me. And that is your first game of the season. I bet not many people gave Arsenal a chance to go there and get the 3 points tonight. But I was really surprised that they went and got a result. I didn't really think that they would get it, but I was shocked. But like I said, it's a long season. Anything can happen during this season. Injuries or, even COVID now is a new issue. But like I said, Europe will have a huge factor. The World Cup during this season, it will be a huge factor. But the transfer window's still open too. Are they going to add more to what they have? I think they will, Arsenal. With other teams around them, United, City, they've already added. Tottenham, will they continue to do more businesses as the window progresses? Who knows? We don't know what to expect. But with Arsenal, if they can turn their draws into wins and try and at least win one of the big 6 games this season, like win back-to-back North London derbies, win against United, or get a draw against City or Liverpool, I think it probably looked like a different Arsenal side. But then again, as the season progresses, will they focus on Europe more? Because after the group stages, if they've qualified for the knockout stages, that's where the complication comes in, and that's where Mikel Arteta has to change his tactics and his ideas around. So will he throw his eggs into Europe or Prem? If they're if they're in the top 4 after Christmas into the new year, when the knockout stages starts, what will he do? Because he's never been in that position before. When he's been in Europe under Arsenal, they've not been in the top 4. They've been 7th to 8th, but they've been progressing in Europe, and then you knew that Mikel would put all of his eggs into the European basket because it's the only way to do it now. But if the roles are changed, if they are in the top 4 after Christmas and they are progressing in the Europa League, what will they do? So there's still a lot of questions to be unanswered. Obviously, it was the first game of the season, and there's the rest of the teams will be at it tomorrow, getting ready for the new season. I'm sure that most of the managers in the Prem tonight watched the game tonight just to see what Arsenal are about this season, how they set up, how will they play. Same for Crystal Palace. teams that are going to be competing with Crystal Palace this season to keep in the mid-table of the Prem, so to speak, like your Southamptons, like your Wolves. They probably want to wonder how a Crystal Palace set up, how they'll play, because I guarantee you Crystal Palace will make life hard for a lot of teams, and they have done that in past seasons. You ask any Premier League fan of a club or any fan of football, is Selhurst Park one of the hardest grounds in the country? You're damn right it is. It is. It's a hostile environment. They make hard for teams. They can't play because of the fans, the chants and the drums and the flags and flares. It's just something about the fans that make it hard for teams. But it's going to be a really interesting Premier League season. If we get games like this that we saw tonight, I think it's going to be one of the best Premier League seasons we've seen. But yeah, that's my opinion really on the game tonight. Thank you for listening. Please like and subscribe to our channel. We've got loads of content and videos about the Premier League season in general. We've made our own Premier League team of the season, me, Kath and Imi. We've decided who would get relegated at the end of this season, who our top scorers would be. We actually made our own dream team this week, so that'll be a bit of a fun. So during the season, we'll be definitely checking that out and to see how our teams are doing, who's where during Christmas, the New Year, where we'll get more feisty. That should be a laugh. But anyway, thank you for listening. From everyone here at the Football Podcast, bye for now.